happy Vlogmas day 1. So today you're gonna come shopping with me. I have a couple of errands to run. First, I think I'm gonna take back a Van Cleef bracelet that I ordered offline. I'll show it to you in a second and explain why. And then might as well shop around. And then I might just go to Bulgari and just see, I just wanna see what their carnelian looks like so that I know for the future, because I think I definitely would like that in my collection, but just for reference, I need to know like what the heck carnelian does. I'll explain. And then last, I have to mail something, and the last time that I mailed something, the post office that I went to was actually right by a store called Luxury, and it looks like a luxury consignment store. So I've been wanting to go in since, and since I am mailing something again, I'll be there anyway. So you can come with me to Van Cleef, Bulgari, and Luxury in Hawaii. Okay, so like I explained, I did order a Van Cleef bracelet online because I was a little lazy, to be honest. And the reason why is because you know that I love rose gold, and this was a rose gold piece. It was the Sweet Alhambra, and it was supposed to have a, oh, there's me in the back. And the stone was supposed to be carnelian, which is typically a very, very bright red, like a ruby red. Although it's not a ruby. When I unboxed it, it just wasn't the color that I wanted it to be, but I'm gonna show you what the packaging looked like, that way in case you were just curious, or you want to order something from Van Cleef and you just wanna know what comes in it. So I'm gonna unbox it. It's not pretty, I didn't re-tie anything, but I'm gonna give you a messy unboxing just so you know like the gist. Okay, so it came in this box, obviously. And this is the huge box, which is so funny because you can see how huge it is next to my hand. The bracelet is microscopic. So let me pull this out. Okay, and you also get a cute little shopping bag if you want to use that. And then this is the box. It pulls out like a little drawer. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the huge folder with all of your receipts and envelopes and little card, everything you need, your care items. And then this little shelf lifts up and out, and then it was nicely wrapped in here, but this is it. And then you take this lid off. You have another box which you can retrieve, and then it opens up. This is so hard to do. It opens up, and then here is the Sweet Alhambra bracelet in rose gold, and that is the carnelian stone. So you can see it's like it's almost a brown, to be honest. It's very, very dark, deep maroon. And no, I was not kidding when I told you this bracelet was microscopic. When I pulled it out for the first time, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna fit me. It looks like a little baby doll bracelet. But it actually does fit, and it's even a little loose, which I think is absolutely insane. But you can see I was wanting a bright red, and it's just not that bright. It's very, like, I don't know if the camera is quite showing it, but it almost looks brown. So I'll show you a picture of the Bulgari earrings that I was thinking about right here, and you can see that those appear to be bright red, right? But I did call customer service for Van Cleef and just ask about how to exchange. They said you could do it in store, or you can FedEx it back. However, might as well go look at the store, right? If they have it in stock, then you can of course exchange it if you want to. However, my store didn't have this same bracelet in stock when I called. But the sales associate on the phone was actually explaining to me how the carnelian stone can vary all the way from maroon to red to orange, which was very interesting to know. I'm curious to ask more about that in person. But that answers a lot of my questions, because on Fashion File, when I just browse for fun, I have seen a lot of Van Cleef pieces where the carnelian stone is shown as an orange, and I love orange, but I was a little confused on how that was also labeled as carnelian. So the more you know, I guess. Okay, so I've actually never been to the Van Cleef & Arpels store at Ala Moana Mall. Apparently, when I looked it up, it's inside the Neiman Marcus. So I'm gonna try to video some in there. Not sure how I'll take it, but we'll see. not gonna lie, that wasn't the most successful shopping trip. Let me recap it. So we started off at Van Cleef and our pals to make my return of my sweet Alhambra. The lady I had was super sweet. I did have to wait a bit, which I'm not complaining about at all. I only say that to say I got some good people watching. There was a lady who was arguing a little bit with the sales associate about how, from my context, it seemed like maybe she either had the necklace or the earrings, or she had one piece of a certain type. And she was arguing because she really wanted the matching pieces, and I guess her husband had been on the wait list for so long. They were using an essay that was in Las Vegas, but they wanted to have an essay here, but they didn't have a good experience. And I don't know, there was lots of tea there, and she was also a little mad at the wait, but the sales associate was calmly explaining, you know, the craftsmanship that goes into it, that everything is made the same way that it was made when they started in like 1906, and it's, you know, extremely intricate. And you know, they could just have a stud, but they have the French clasp and things like that. It was just interesting to hear all the little details and hear her sales pitch, and it was very, very good. Yeah, it was neat. I wanted to give her a hug afterwards because it seemed like a difficult conversation, but they were able to return my bracelet. For anyone who is wondering, you don't get your refund right away. They were very adamant about telling me that. But they did take it back. They did refund it. They are very, very low stock here. And as I heard her talking to that lady, and they didn't have a whole lot. The store is like a shoebox. They said they haven't had any rose gold pieces since like April when they opened, and it's now November. Yeah, so there was no shot of seeing the sweet Alhambra in rose gold. But they did pull out a piece from the spring collection to show me what rose gold hammered looks like. And I will say that although I had a wonderful experience with this store and everything, I think that this trip kind of turned me off from Van Cleef for a while, because it seems like you really need to see it in person. It's not an order online kind of thing. You really need to see it because the pieces are so unique that you just don't ever know what you're gonna get. So if you're paying that much and you're waiting for it, you want to see it before you get it. You do need appointments even to return things, and which that didn't turn me off. That was just a little tidbit for you guys if you're looking to go in Ala Moana. But another thing that turned me off, yeah, I guess, is the fact that they are struggling to keep up with demand right now, which I know that they want partially for exclusivity, but it does seem a little frustrating. I think it's a little off balance right now. So I think that this is one thing where I will wait. And also, I didn't love the hammered look for rose gold, so I don't think I would like the hammered sweet Alhambra. I think if I were going to do a piece from here, it would be the rose gold that is like kind of striated. I'll show you a picture here, but they have yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold like this. But I mean, it sounds extremely freaking hard to get. Next I went to Bulgari, and I lost my S.A. Eugen's number. I thought I had saved it, but apparently I didn't. So I just went in, hopped in, and asked for her number so that I could have it. And then I looked at the Sweet Diva Dream, or what is it? Diva's Dreams. I don't know if Sweet is in there or if I brought that from Van Cleef, but I wanted to look at those carnelian earrings that I had tried on once before at a Bulgari event, and I got a little discouraged because that too looked maroon and not pretty and bright red like I had remembered. So maybe I just need to drop this carnelian journey. I don't know. It looks pretty online, but I guess they're showing you like the prettiest stone. So I'm not as excited about that as I once was. But to make myself feel better, I walked over to Target and I got some Christmas decorations and a coffee, but I will say they don't even have my favorite Christmas flavor this year. I usually get the toasted white marshmallow mocha or whatever, but I got a white mocha to fill the void. Next I went to Luxury, which was the consignment store I had never been in before. They had mostly shoes that were of value, like Louboutin, Jimmy Choo, Gucci, Bottega Veneta, but you know, it's really all luck on if it's your size since it is consignment. So not as magical as I was hoping. Everything was really old, and a lot of it was just like almost like old, you know, formal dresses and stuff, and it was just kind of labeled as luxury. But now I know, and it's good for my wallet that it wasn't anything great.